Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Dragon Disciple, where I am back with the Traveler to find out which ally we should try to recruit next. Assuming I could talk to him from all the way up there. Our next task is a delicate one. I'd like to recruit the blood of Vol into our little conspiracy against Vecna. But you can see the problem. A god negotiating with a faith that disapproves of the gods? Very awkward. That's why I want a mortal like you by my side. You can nod eagerly and pretend to be interested when they drone about not needing the gods because the power comes from within. I've arranged a meetup with the head of their little cult, but they're being very cloak and dagger about it. Meeting in a secret safe house, that sort of thing. Talk to Elise Dunbar. She'll give you the details. I'll meet you there. Alright, I will meet with Elise, who I will presume this is her. You're Pine Frost, correct? Then you're the one the Traveler was with them at the meeting that I have arranged with Lady Ilmaro. The Traveler apparently seeks some kind of alliance with the blood of Vol. I don't know what you see in that entity, to be honest. They're a fraud, and every story of the Traveler paints them as unreliable. But Lady Ilmaro wants to speak with them, and it's my job to deliver what Lady Ilmaro wants. So, where will this meeting take place? For various reasons, Lady Ilmaro is not welcome in the city. There are those who would slay her on the spot if they knew where she was. The meeting place must be kept a secret for that reason. I would tell the meeting location only to the Traveler. Meet them down at the lower city back alleys, and they will lead you to the meeting place. Alright, fine. I'll head to the lower city alleys, and I'll meet the Traveler there. I have arrived in the back alleys, and I presume this is the Traveler?
Figure in a familiar hat stands next to a nondescript door. He gestures for you to join him.
Exciting, eh? A back alley and a questionable meeting with the questionable representatives of a questionable cult. To be sure, the bigger religions may have their fancy temples and their elaborate festivals, but to me, there's nothing like the thrill of visiting a forbidden shrine hidden away in a dark warehouse somewhere. What do you expect from a trickster god? Do you have any questions before we go in? No, I don't see why I couldn't have been told the meeting location, though. Oh, the blood of Vol has just obsessed with secrecy. They don't want Vecna to know where Lady Ilmaro is. Alright, I can see. Based on some things I've seen, I could understand why. Yes, though of course, Vecna is not just a god, but a god of magic and secrets. He could probably find her in an instant, if he cared, which he doesn't. Okay, so why do you say that? Vecna only cares about power. Eberron is just another valuable trinket to be stolen, then thrown away into his vault. That's why he must be stopped, and that's also his greatest weakness. He doesn't care about our world's little oddities, like the blood of Vol or the Lord of Blades, or you for that matter. We can use his arrogance and indifference against him. Now, let's go in. Oh, and one more thing. Give me a minute to speak with Lady Ilmaro alone. You can make polite chit-chat with the assistant or something. Alright, fine. But I'm really not sure why you need me along then.
The Traveler requests that you speak to Lady Ilmaro's assistant, while they speak to Lady Ilmaro in private.
Oh, Ilmaro, not Ilmaro. I don't know. I seem to be a day off or something. Lady Ilmaro will be with you shortly. She's requested a brief private chat with the traveler so she can gauge the sincerity of their appeal without an audience watching. Okay, and why the secrecy? Lady Ilmaro doesn't want to draw any more negative attention to us. The Blood of Vol has a poor enough reputation with Breland's authorities as it is. So, we've kept this meeting into a strict secret. That way her enemies can't strike while she's in the city. Though I do wonder whether we have succeeded. We hear ominous things coming from the Emerald Claw. The Emerald Claw? What do they have to do with all this? The Blood of Vol and the Emerald Claw follow different paths, but those paths both originated with the deeds of House Vol long ago. So, sometimes we consult with our cousins, shall you say? The Claw reports a great deal of hidden hand activity in this area of the city. They may have learned about this meeting, so we've increased our security. Hold on. From the sound of it, I think they're ready for you. You can go in to Lady Ilmaro now. Okay. Time to be diplomatic, I guess.
The assistant tells you that you may join Lady Ilmaro in the office. As you enter the office, you see the traveler having a conversation with a shadowy form. This must be Lady Ilmaro. She glares at you as you approach.
So, you're the one the traveler has been talking about. I suppose you're wondering why I asked to see a mortal like you when a god comes begging me for help in person. The answer is simple. The Blood of Vol has no faith in gods. Their agenda is not ours. I don't care why this immortal trickster wants to see Vecna defeated. The traveler doubtless has their own scheme in mind. What I want to know is, why does an ordinary mortal like you want to defeat Vecna? Why should everyone stand against him? Vecna is interested in only one thing, total control. If you don't oppose him, you will have to serve him. Brief and to the point. Your reasoning matches mine. The Blood of Vol will never serve a god, and so it follows that we must help defeat Vecna. Here is how you can gain the Blood of Vol's favor. Retrieve an artifact called the Vessel of Power. It's being held in a secret Emerald Claw base near here, but I thought you were allied with the Emerald Claw or something like that. My relations with the Emerald Claw are complex. Let's just say that I want to see how you deal with this challenge. Wait, do you hear that? Did anyone follow you here? Not that I saw, but yes, somebody's making a racket in the front office.
The unexpected sound of shouts comes from the room you were just in. Intruders!
Give us the Vessel of Power! Our master demands it!
To your amazement, Lady Ilmaro emits a burst of deadly magic that cuts down the intruders. Her shape changes. How dare they enter here? How dare they make demands of me? Let this be a warning to all who follow this insolent new god. This is no ordinary elf woman. This is the legendary lich, Lady Vol.
Okay. Still alive? How fortunate! Clearly Vecna has learned that both the vessel and myself are in the city, and has alerted the hidden hand. So you must move swiftly before the hidden hand seizes the vessel. Though we perhaps can use this to our advantage. To stage a counterattack. Yes, you Yes, I'll just have you take a little detour before you retrieve the vessel. Detour. What does that mean? Instead of sending you directly to where the vessel is hidden, I'll send you to the alleys just outside. That's where we've had reports of hidden hand activity. You must first punish the hidden hand for their impudence, and then go inside and retrieve the vessel. Okay, and how do we get this vessel? The vessel is hidden in a back room of the warehouse used by the Emerald Claw's base. It's well protected. First, there are the Emerald Claw guards. Do me a favor and leave them alive, would you? And they will do their best to stop you, but it would please me if you spare them, despite their zeal. Once past the guards, there are other guardians, powerful ones. These you can dispatch as you see fit. Okay, so try to keep the Emerald Claw guards alive if possible, but kill the guardians. Got it. Right.
Take this portal. It will bring you closer to the vessel. Know that it will take belief to bypass its wards and claim it for yourself.
Wonderful.
You emerge from the portal and find yourself in a narrow maze of alleyways somewhere in the Greywall district.
Alright, let's see how my new staff works. This is the Corrosive 100 Quarterstaff of Ice Lore. And Peace in Destruction. While centered, you gain +1 combat bonuses. Threat, okay. Spellcasting Implement. Corrosive 100. So, I suspect it has a +6 enchantment bonus, which is the main reason. So this is my best straight damage weapon, though I suspect that the ice staff is still better overall due to the every once in a while giving off ice effects, but that requires a crit and all that fun stuff. So I'll steal your secret yet. Well, let's see what we've got here. Hidden Hand Skull Guard. Alright, fine. Well, Ice Staff won't help against this thing. I do remember that those things tend to be immune to ice damage. Anyone there? Oh, yes, there are more Hidden Hand around here. There you go. Oops. Alright, next. Ah, the cultists, they never learn. Alright, let's check out this side first. Make sure there's nothing.
The pavement beneath you cracks, and then gives way. You've stumbled into the sewers, and into someone else's territory, where rats hiss curses at you for invading their sewers.
Okay, well, alright, well, the were rats are going to... You can just say, no thanks, you can pass. Then I'll just pass and leave you alive. How about that? How's that for negotiations? Nope. Apparently they don't feel like negotiating. Oops. You down, and you down. And this place will be squeaky clean, shall we say? Yeah, I think that's the term. Actually, if it's corrosive, let's say corrosive 100 bonus to acid spell power. I wonder. I don't think I've used acid as my breath weapon too much. Let's try it and see if this works. Now let's get back up here. Now that I had that little trip downstairs. Up here. Now is this going to lead us outside? Yeah, it looks like that is the case. Hello.
Members of the Hidden Hand are trying to make their way past the wards on the nearby door, without success.
Well,
as you finish your battle with the Hidden Hand, the sound of footsteps can be heard nearby. A figure in a very familiar hat has arrived. This gate is securely fastened from the other side, but the nearby walls and floor are riddled with cracks. Maybe you can find a way in and around.
okay, dokie. Riddled with cracks. I am going to have to find a way through here. Rubble, but that rubble seems to be on the other side. Now the question is, are the cracks I need here or are they elsewhere? Maybe I could talk to him for a clue? Your path leads into peril and splits in twain. Which route will you take? More specifically, will you honor Lady Vol's request to help the Emerald Claw keep the operatives alive, or will you cut them down instead? Don't you want me to leave them alive? You're trying to impress Lady Vol, after all, aren't you? Who cares what other people think? I've made my entire reputation by ignoring what other people think. What you think is the only thing that matters here. So, which will it be? Spare the Emerald Claw or put them to the sword? I think I'll play nice with the Emerald Claw. Oh, this is not that. Okay, no. Oh, we'll honor Lady Vol's request and leave the Emerald Claw alive despite their loathsome reputation. Very well, then. Then I'll cast a spell that will stabilize any of the Emerald Claw that you fell, and I'll open these doors so that you may enter. From this point on, though, the little Emerald Claw adventure is up to you. I will not intervene. That's something that Lady demanded as part of our deal. Okay.
The traveler acknowledges your desire to spare the lives of the Emerald Claw within. He begins to cast a spell. The traveler disables the portal. The door opens, revealing a warehouse decorated with large banners. You've arrived at an Emerald Claw base, hidden deep in the heart of the city.
Okay. So, in other words, I fight them and then they just sort of rest afterwards. Because they're stabilized, but... Okay, if I remember correctly...
A large gate bars access to the heart of the Emerald Claw complex.
Purple, yellow, green. Of course. Usual type stuff. So now I've got to... If I remember correctly, I've got to... They're all in this room or something like that, and I just had to find them. Okay. Up here, up here. demon statue there. Alright, so that's where I'm eventually going to be going. Oh. Okay.
You've incapacitated, but not slain, the Emerald Claw defenders, keeping your side of the bargain with Lady Vol.
Alright, there is the yellow switch. Alright, so that's that. But there should be 2 more of these switches, I would presume. Okay, where are the other 2 located? Actually, are they behind the demon statues or something like that? No. Ah, maybe it's just that all of them are near statues, because first one, the yellow one, was near the demon statue. Looks like this one's next to the orc statue. So is there a third statue? Third statue is that lion. So, aha! Yes, and I do see a green lever there. Alright. That's a nice little clue on them, because they are hard to spot from the ground, but the statues?
The third crystal lights, and the large metal portcullis opens.
Okay, so now... large metal portcullis. I have to get... Can I jump across here? No, of course not. Why should I be able to do that? Oh yes, of course. The ladder. Oh, up the ladder. You can follow. And let's see what's inside. Vessel protect. Oh yeah, yes, these we're allowed to kill. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. And now this. Good. Give you a nice case of acid. And that's 2 sets down.
The vessel is almost within your grasp, but then its guardian springs into action, ready to protect the artifact at any cost.
Right, and that looks like the vessel guardian. That looks like a... what are those things are called? Nasty stuff. That's what they're called. Nasty stuff. Oopsie daisy.
Now that the guardian has been defeated, you can at last try to take the vessel.
Well, as soon as I take care of all these demons and all, or whatever they are. What's the problem now? You stand before the object that you are sent to obtain. The vessel is seemingly ready to be taken, but for some unseen force prevents you from grabbing it. What do? Reach out and snatch the vessel without a moment's thought? Draw in your faith in higher powers to allow you to take the chalice? Or think back to the words of Lady Vold. Concentrate on your belief in yourself and the power within. Let's try the third one. The vessel no longer resists your grasp.
As you take hold of the vessel, Lady Vol's voice fills the room. As you can see, faith in yourself can be a powerful thing. I will help you in what is to come. Though in truth, the power comes from within.
Oh, that sounds like Lady Vol. So you have learned the blood of Vol's lesson, and prevented Vecna from interfering with our affairs. Well done. Now, could return the vessel to me? Thank you. It will be needed when the Emerald Claw tests their next initiate. What? This was a test then? You ordered the Emerald Claw to attack me as some sort of a test? Just a test? Hardly. I had to see for myself what you are made of. I needed to know that you have what it takes to confront Vecna. As for the Emerald Claw, I ordered nothing. They are volunteers dedicated to challenging our initiates to their utmost. Now you have shown your worth. We are allied in this matter. Vecna must and will be stopped. Well, at least I can agree about that.
Lady Vol addresses you. You have obtained the vessel, keeping it out of the hands of that foul interloper. I wish you the best of luck in your attempts to thwart the Whispered One.
All right, thank you very much. I believe that was a successful operation. The Traveler has pledged to keep Lady Ilmaro's secret. I must ask you to swear an oath as well. The blood of Vol prefers that Erandis Vol remain a legend. We preach that the power lies within each of us after all. We don't want a figurehead that confuses matters. Our alliance is now set. The blood of Vol will aid the Travelers in his struggle against Vecna. You may call upon our power, your power, when the time comes. Alright. I won't tell old Lady Vol if you keep your side of the bargain. There we go. And anything here that would be useful? Not particularly, if you ask me. Well then, that's 2 allies we've got. Is there going to be a third? We have to find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays The Dragon Disciple.